Alright, here we are with our 74 Chev Shorty 4x4 for the driving video. Go ahead and got the lights on. Sunny day, so it's probably hard to tell, but wanted to get those all cranking up for you so you can see that they work. I mean, this is a killer driving truck. It's a lot of fun. It's a good looking ride. You can see there, it's no more condensation coming out. It's all warmed up and ready to rock. Got your lights working there. Nice sounding dual exhaust. So, alright, we'll hop in here and take this baby for a little bit of a spin. It's a little bit of a hop up, so you know, you might want to get some steps or something. It's got the Pioneer sound system. The only annoyance is when they hooked it up to direct power rather than you know, power that comes on with the ignition. So in order to, you know, when you turn the vehicle off, it stays on, and when you turn the vehicle on, it's not on until you hit the power. But it's got the remote. The e-brake does need adjustment. It doesn't hold strong enough. Doesn't really hold much at all. But got your wipers. Go to a slower speed. Got your tack working, all your gauges working, the dual tank switch right there, and that both those do work. You know, little stuff like this I mentioned before, like this doesn't match the other side. You know, this is basic. The nice thing is the fly windows are nice and tight. You're not going to get any loose fly windows banging around, but that's your basic AC system. But I'll close this up, and you know, the blower motor is kind of probably could use a new blower motor, because it sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So I'll take a look at that and see if we can get that figured out for you. The window was replaced, and it's nice to see somebody spent the money and got the, just like the factory, the with the built-in antenna. A lot of times people go cheap and don't replace that, then you get bad reception. But you know, tilt steering, you know, but like I said, the little guy is missing, which you could find those in a wrecking yard. But it goes up and down nice and smooth. It doesn't move on its own. Just kind of depends on where you like it. But these are fun trucks to drive. You know, it's got with the big round gauges. You know, it's a lifted up, you know, leaf spring truck, so it's a little bouncy. You know, it's a short wheelbase, but it's easy to drive if you've never driven a, you know, older truck or lifted up truck. There's some potholes. You might want to do so. You know, it kind of bounces you around when you hit the buttons in the road there. But nice, no rattles. I mean, we hit that at about 40. You know, it's got 3-speed automatic. It's your standard turbo 350. Just going up this hill nice. Gave her a little more juice, but you can tell, you know, I'm bouncing around a little bit in here. You know, it's not, it makes for a pretty fun drive, but it's not like something that's gonna, you know, knock the coffee out of your hand or anything. It's just kind of your typical old truck drive, especially for a lifted up one like this. But you know, having the larger tires soak it up a little bit and make it enjoyable. So we'll come up here. This thing stops really good, you know, no hands on, nice and straight. You got your blinkers that work, 4 ways that work. You know, you can see it's, you know, no real play in the steering. Got the factory steering wheel, which is nice. You know, you kind of like to have the bigger steering wheel on these older trucks. You get the little one, and they can be kind of a handful. But you know, we did a little bit on it there. You know, the no smoking in this truck. I mean, the 350 pulls really good. This color is just beautiful. It's got a really nice shine to it. Hopefully you guys can see how nice the you know, the paint looks. You know, I'd give the paint from a, you know, 1 to 10. You know, I'd give it you know, because it's got so much appeal and it's just the right color and all this truck looks so good, I'd give it a 7. You know, because you know, but there's, you know, like I mentioned before, there's a little bit of defects in there. But personally, I would do just a couple little things to this truck and then just drive and enjoy it. I mean, you could, you know, drive this thing 10 years before you need to do a paint job or anything. So we're gonna get on the freeway here. It's, you know, relatively just easy to drive truck, just nice and smooth. I mean, your AC is gonna pretty much consist of fly windows and rolling them down, unless you want to invest. It's a non-AC truck, but you know, you can find these things in wrecking yards. The speedometer is off a little bit because, you know, the 35s. So, you know, it says I'm doing 50 now, but I'm probably doing about 60, 65. Nah, probably about 60. because I'm not really climbing up on anybody here. But you know, you can get that calibrated out pretty cheap out of the transmission. You know, it's not like the newer trucks where you just put a computer into it and fix it. But the key works for the doors and the ignition, so they all match. That's nice. This is the Cheyenne package. A lot of times with the Silverado package, you get power windows, the power door locks, and you know, you get like the AC and stuff like that. But so we're going back up a hill here. Go ahead and give her a little juice. I mean, it kicks down right away and then shifts again. There's no sloppiness in this transmission, no shuddering or slipping or anything like that. It's just, mechanically, it's a really good truck. You know, it's just a little bouncy, as you know, mentioned. It's just kind of, there's real no way around that one. It's just you know, creeping up on 40 years old. You know, it's just pretty impressive, really, for, you know, any truck to be consistently driven on the road for, you know, 4 decades and, you know, never off the road for a large amount of time. But so all right, everybody, good luck.